afternoon. It is my pleasure to extend a warm greetings to our graduates, faculty, and dedicated staff of the College of Social Work, and to the devoted families, friends, and guests of the outstanding class of 2026. My name is Keithen Mathis, and I am the Associate Dean for Culture and Community Engagement, and it's my honor to welcome you on this memorable occasion. Today is a celebration of perseverance, dedication, and purpose. To our graduates, congratulations on reaching this incredible milestone. Your hard work, resilience, and commitment to serving others have brought you to this moment, and we couldn't be prouder. So proud of you. I'd also like to recognize the families, friends, mentors, and loved ones who have supported our graduates along the way. Your encouragement and belief have helped make today possible, and we thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you. As graduates of the FSU College of Social Work, you are joining a profession dedicated to create a positive change in the lives of individuals, families, and communities. Wherever your paths leads, know that you carry with you the values, knowledge, and compassion that define both social work and Florida State University. As you celebrate today, remember that you will always be a part of the FSU College of Social Work family. We look forward to seeing the impact you'll make and hope you'll stay connected as proud alumni. I would now like to introduce our incredible faculty of the College of Social Work. Faculty members, please rise as your name is called. Director of Field Education, Professor Katrina Goldman. Dr. Keithen Byers. Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Jennifer Farinelli. Director of the MSW program, Professor Fran Gamori. Dr. Tony Gamori. Professor Jessica Grill Burkhart. Dr. Lisa Jackson. And Dr. Mike Killian. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote commencement speaker.
Save the best for last.
She's about pickleball legend. Oh my gosh, I love this good. Commencement speaker Sarah Goldman. Sarah received her Bachelor of Social Work degree from the University of Central Florida in 2014, and furthered her education by earning a Master's of Social Work from Florida State University in 2015. Sarah used her education and personal experience with cerebral palsy to advocate for others. Following graduation from Florida State University, Sarah worked as a legislative aide for 4 years in the Florida legislature. She was instrumental in writing and passing the Working People with Disabilities Program legislation, which allows individuals with disabilities to work full-time and not lose their Medicaid caregiving benefits. Sarah currently works for the Florida Independent Living Council as the Director of Public Policy and Youth Initiatives. Sarah is dedicated to working with youth with disabilities, inspiring them to discover their voices and become the next generation of leaders. She serves as a member on both the Florida Developmental Disabilities Council and the Florida Alliance for Assistive Services and Technology Board. Sarah has been recognized on numerous occasions for her achievements as an advocate for community integration, inclusion, and employment initiatives for those with disabilities. Please join me in welcoming Sarah Goldman.
better when you rehearse.
Thank you, Dean Mathis, for that introduction. Good afternoon, College of Social Work graduates, faculty and staff, family members, and friends. What an honor it is to be here and have the opportunity to address you on this very special occasion. I cannot believe it's been 10 years since I graduated and was in your exact seats. The time goes by so fast. To the graduates, congratulations. You have made it through demanding coursework, long hours of field placement, often with no pay, I know that sucks, countless papers, group projects, so many role plays, and moments that have stretched your values, your beliefs, and your heart. And I know for many of you, this degree did not come easily. Some of you worked full-time while completing your degree. Some of you are raising children. Others of you are caring for parents, spouses, or family members while also trying to take care of yourself. Others of you have experienced loss, and some of you have battled anxiety, depression, chronic illness, or other moments when you questioned whether you even belonged here or if you should keep going. And yet somehow, you kept showing up. Throughout your time in the College of Social Work, you learned theories, interventions, ethics, advocacy, and policy. But perhaps the greatest lesson wasn't found in your classes or in your textbooks. It was discovering or even rediscovering why you chose to be a social worker. People often ask us in society or at any networking event, the classic get to know you question. So what do you do? I've discovered the better question is, and every social work faculty member is probably going to glare at me, knowing we never would ask a client this question. Why do you do what you do? So, why are you a social worker? Today, I want to leave you with 3 questions that I hope you'll continue asking yourself, not just as new graduates, but throughout your entire career. What is your why? What is your client's why? And what do you hope your why leaves as a legacy? The first, what is your why? Not the job that you want, not what population you hope to serve, but why? Why did you choose to become a social worker? My life with cerebral palsy has come with its fair share of challenges throughout my life. Doctors and others in society often told me or my parents a long list of things that I would never be able to do. Growing up, I wanted to be a teacher, just like my mom. I actually started off as an elementary education major, but in my first student teaching practicum, a young boy asked me, "Miss Sarah, can you tie my shoes?" To which I said, "I'm so sorry, buddy, but I can't even tie my own shoes." His response was, "You're in charge." In that moment, I recognized it was probably time for me to reevaluate my career path. I knew that I enjoyed helping others, especially helping other people with disabilities, navigate a broken system not designed with us in mind. I never had an older role model with a disability that helped pave the way for me. If I could help one person feel less alone in the challenges that they had to overcome, it would be worth it. And so, I became a social worker. In the past 10 years of working in the field, this passion has anchored me and grounded me. Just as a few examples of hundreds of experiences, I have fought political barriers, ensuring that I could keep my caregiver services only offered through Medicaid, while earning a livable wage and proving people with disabilities do not deserve to live in poverty. I have worked with non-disabled directors of nonprofit agencies that would rather choose their own power than serve the population that they are entrusted to serve, which is people with disabilities. My why for wanting to make the world an accessible and equitable place for people with disabilities keeps me going on the days that I would rather quit or give up. So, what is your why? For some of you, maybe your answer came from witnessing injustice or discrimination just like me. For some of you, maybe it is a family member or yourself that has struggled with addiction, with mental health, or abuse. Maybe someone believed in you when you needed it most, and now you want to become that person for someone else. Whatever it may be for you, hold on to it tightly. Write it on a sheet of paper. Keep it in your car. Put it on your mirror. Whatever it may be, there will be days this work feels overwhelming. Days when your caseload feels impossible. When the system just doesn't work the way it should. Days when you'll advocate with everything that you have and the answer is still no. Moments when you'll question whether you're making any difference at all. And on those days, your passion may feel exhausted, but your why will keep you anchored. The second question I hope you'll carry with you is this: what is your client's why? Although we are trained to assess the whole person in the environment, let's be honest, sometimes when people come to us, it is hard not to see the diagnosis or address the presenting problem or crisis first. But we can know that as we take time to get to know our clients and we hear their stories, we can ask questions to help them find their strengths and help them find their why. Questions like, what keeps you going? What do you hope for? Who or what gives you strength? Their why may be their child, or proving to themselves that their past does not define their future, or creating a different life than the one they experienced growing up. One of my mentors in my BSW program taught me that people are the experts of their own lives. Clients are carrying more strength than they realize, and they have survived things that we may never fully understand. Their resilience is already there, and it is our job to help them reconnect to why they want to keep going. Because of our whys, you and I have lived resilience, and now as you enter the fields, it is your turn to help your clients find theirs. The final question I want to leave you with is this: what do you hope your why leaves as a legacy? When someone asks you what kind of social worker are you, how do you want them to respond? What do you hope they will say? For me, I hope that the next generation of disability advocates will say that I fought tirelessly for them to ensure that they have equal access to society. If one person with disability can breathe or live easier because I helped pave the way for them, I know I will have left my legacy. Will people remember your credentials, your licensure, or your job title? Maybe. But what they will remember is that you listened, that you cared, that you advocated, and that you showed up. And there's no greater legacy than leaving this world more compassionate or more changed than the way you found it. So advocate with conviction, never stop learning, and certainly never stop asking questions. And most importantly, as the NASW would tell us, never stop believing in the dignity and worth of every human being. So in closing, when the work becomes difficult, and it will, remember your why. In my case, when the system of bureaucracy has frustrated me, and it still does daily, I remember my why. I have felt burnout when change has been painfully slow. I've wondered whether my work even matters, and I've often had to remind myself of my why daily. Social work is not just a career. It is a calling that is one for the long haul. If you've ever taken a class with me before, you know that I would tell you that Rome is not built in a day. You have to stay committed. But above all else, take care of yourself and pace yourself in the process. We throw the word self-care around very often in the social work world. But as someone who's been in the field for a decade, I know how critical it is. It is okay to rest. It is okay to take a day off when you're tired and drained. It's okay to feel angry or defeated, but also to celebrate the joy and the small victories. To take care of yourself and to take care of the people around you. Remember to check in with yourself and give yourself permission for what you need. because the world needs your heart. The world needs your voice, and more than ever, the world needs good and courageous social workers. Congratulations, graduates, and may your why continue to anchor you in every life.